Hello and welcome to Groundwater Television, brought to you by Franklin Electric. Groundwater TV is your home all week long for the 2015 Groundwater Expo, a source for you to keep up with all the news and notes that you're going to need to make sure that this year's Expo is the best ever for you and your company. Now, Groundwater TV, one great way to keep up with what's going on. Another, you're going to be able to hold right in the palm of your hand, keep up with everything. It's the NGWA app. You'll find that on your handheld device. It's a great way to keep up with exhibit locations, like where folks are located, also individuals that you meet and how to stay in contact with them. All of that is on here, as well as the daily agenda. Another great resource brought to you by the Groundwater Association, and another way that this year's 2015 Groundwater Expo is going to be the best yet. In 2010, 33 Chilean miners were trapped 200 stories below ground. Jeff Hart was one of those individuals who helped rescue them. You probably saw that on TV and now a part of a movie called The 33. Good to see you, Jeff.
I appreciate that. It's good to be here.
This such an amazing, I remember watching it from my living room, live coverage of this taking place. Kind of tell us how you became involved in this amazing rescue.
It's one of those things where this type of target drilling is something we were actually, good at doing. We've done it in many mines before. How they actually picked us, we don't know, as we were working in Afghanistan prior to that, and so we were so far away from anything. It's hard to say how they actually got to us. So
now, were you watching it on the news with everyone else, and then you got the call? Is that kind of how it worked out?
Yeah, that's correct. We were actually watching it since we were in Afghanistan. We had laptops basically, so we could look it up online. We were kind of following that as it goes, and so as that story went on and then they actually called, it was kind of surreal to us. So
the moment when they were rescued, I remember it's like globally there was this celebration. What was it like to be there whenever you all made your way to it and the rescue actually happened?
Once the rescue actually happened, up to that point we had worked so many days, nights trying to make this thing happen. We were ready to get away from it. We were ready to kind of get out, and so we had talked to the Minister of the Mines prior to that to say basically, look, we're gonna head to Santiago as soon as this is all over with. He asked us not to leave the country. So we watched the rescue just like everybody else, but it was a very gratifying thing when the last rescuer actually came up out of the ground. We knew everybody had made it out safe, and a job well done. So.
Now, there's a movie out that I mentioned. The 33 is the name of it. It's out right now. You're played by James Brolin, which is, I think, pretty good to have James Brolin playing you in a movie.
I guess it is. It's very surreal, obviously, to have your name on the credits in the big screen. I was surrounded by a great team of guys. It's too bad that there's not more on the rescue. Like I say, I was just one of the individuals that was there. But yeah, obviously, I've said James Brolin. Obviously, I must look worse than I feel. But hey, everything else is good. So,
have you seen the movie?
Yeah, we actually they put on a private screening for us in Boulder, Colorado, so we were able to go see that. And then obviously went on opening day. And you can't hardly miss a movie that you're in on opening day. Right. So yeah, it was a good movie. It's a great story about the miners.
Right. Now, what are you up to now, and how has your life changed kind of post that event?
Life is pretty much the same. I love the drilling industry. Trying to get younger people in there, trying to do as much education as we can. I moved to Hydro Resources, where we're mostly in just the water well industry now. I'm able to stay in the country, which is a very positive thing for me, obviously, with what goes on in the world. Plus, the travel just kind of kills you. So, just keeping up with the times, trying to get the groundwater industry to grow.
Yeah. Well, you've got a story for the ages. You can tell the grandkids about this. That time a movie was made about something I was involved in.
There you go. Yeah, it's a big part of life. It's a lot of history was made there, and it was good to be part of.
Yeah, it was really neat. Well, Jeff, good to see you. Congratulations on that, and be sure and check out the movie. Again, the name of it is The 33. We're here in booth 1406 with Irvin Kramer of Aqualocate. Irvin, tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Well, Aqualocate is a geophysical company. We primarily sell GF6 seismoelectric systems around the world. The system can determine depth, yield, and potential quality of an aquifer. Additionally, we provide services around the world to people that don't have access to an existing operator. We've sold it to 6 continents, people on 6 continents, and well over a dozen countries. and we're here in 1406 to tell people a little bit more about what we do.
Again, make sure you visit the Aqualocate booth here at the 2015 Groundwater Expo. We're here on the floor of the 2015 Groundwater Expo with one of our good old friends. Now that you're an old friend, a longtime friend. How about that? John Miller of Mud Technology. Good to see you.
Thank you, David. It's good to see you guys, too.
Now tell us what you got here this year. You guys always bring some really neat stuff. So tell us what we're looking at right here behind you.
The unit you're looking at here is the RST 1400. It's
Okay.
the largest of our Raptor series units that we build for the water well industry.
Okay.
The unit has over 400 gallons per minute cleaning in a 1,400 gallon tank. New this year, we've added a variable frequency drive system
Okay. Yeah.
that allows us to upsize the discharge centrifugal and utilize it to build more pressure and volume so that the drilling contractors are able to take this unit and drill to a greater depth before they have to switch over to the bigger mud pumps that they have on their units. So in essence, they can use this unit and go further with it before they have to stop and move on to the bigger equipment.
Well, that's a game changer there, isn't it?
Well, it allows the guys sometimes to just take a small amount of loads instead of taking several, numerous pieces of equipment that set on the location that they may or may not need.
All right, and tell us what else we have. Some of the maybe the newer developments in this piece of equipment.
Well, some of the developments are, when we put the variable frequency drive on there, we kept the same size generator, but we were able to upsize the electric motor that we run. So it's nearly double the size of the standard motor that comes on this unit. Also, we were able to increase the RPMs, which causes the centrifugal to give us more volume and a higher pressure, which is the benefit of this drive system. We moved the inlets from the unit down lower so that when our customers hook up their hoses, keeps it down out of the way, cleans up the side of the tank so that everything that they hook up, with the exception of this discharge pipe, is all down low and user-friendly.
Now, John, one of the great things about Mud Technology is you all really listen closely to the needs of your customers, and that's what brought us this change here, huh?
It is. David, one of the things customers asked us for was an easier way to set these units up. We looked at putting on hydraulic jacks, electric jacks, which we can do both. This particular unit has the electric jack. It's got an electric motor on this side. It actually has a switch right here. You push it and it runs.
Does the work for you?
It does. In case the motor does go out, there still is auxiliary handles that can be put on this unit so that the customer can get the unit up and move it out of the way in case of a challenge. One of the things we incorporated into our system last year were our easy open clean out doors. There are two levers that compress down, hold the doors themselves closed and sealed until the end of the job when it's time to clean the tanks out and get ready to move to the next job. There's two levers. You pull both levers and you flip the door back out of the way, allowing easy access to the tank compartments. This makes it easier on the customer to be able to clean the tanks and get the system ready to go to the next job. David, another feature we have on this unit is our centrifugal pumps. There's two styles of pumps that are used. One is the rope packing, which takes a rope style packing in there with compression to help seal this. The other is the mechanical seals. The mechanical seal itself actually is a sealing assembly that works on its own to keep the liquid out and off the ground. Mud Technology, as of 2015, uses 100% mechanical seals in all of their units, thereby keeping the pollution down or keeping the mess down on the location and protecting Mother Earth.
So it sounds like a great piece of technology, a great piece of equipment, and more reasons why folks need to come by and see you in booth 757.
Yes, we invite everybody to come see us here at the Groundwater Show 2015. Please come by and introduce yourself and get to know us. I think we can show you what we have available and what we can do for you. And everybody welcome.
Yes, 757 is the booth number. Mud Technology, all about building relationships, and they'd love to build a relationship with you. So come by and see them here on the floor at the 2015 Groundwater Expo.
Thank you.
Here in booth 711 with Kamal of CRI Pumps. Kamal, tell us a little bit about what you all do.
Hi everyone, I am from CRI Pumps. We are a large manufacturer of water pumps, mainly borehole pumps, all stainless steel, as well as the motors right from 4 inches up to 10 inches. We go up to half horsepower up to 300 horsepower of motors, and we export to almost to 120 countries, and we are in this region for last 10 years and doing a good job. And we also have inventory maintained here in Oklahoma City. We are looking for a good dealers to buy and the water well dealers to buy our products. Thank you very much, and welcome to visit our booth at 7-Eleven in the Groundwater Expo. Thank you.
The 2015 Groundwater Expo, again, CRI Pumps here in booth 711. Here in booth 719 on the floor of the Groundwater Expo, this is the Franklin Electric booth here with Scott Staten. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. You guys at Franklin Electric, you always bring something neat, the latest technology. Tell us what you got this year.
Absolutely, we're always trying to bring out new products, and this is another new one this year. If you remember, we brought out the sub drive last year,
Right.
and it had FE Connect in it, which is basically you're connecting to a smartphone, and you can control and do your setup on the system. We're doing the same thing with a new product, which is our sub monitor. This is our motor protector. We've had it for years, but this is a completely redesigned one. With the newer technology nowadays, you can just come out with a lot neater stuff for the market.
Right.
So this one has got a detachable face. It's an NEMA 4X. The face can go on the front of a control panel. We're showing one of our larger control panels here with Franklin Control Systems. And it's got a lot of other features you can see in there as well. We've got some input and outputs on the front that are much easier to get to, much easier to set up. And it's small and it's smaller than the old design, and it's very modular and and very flexible. This display that was really awesome, the way we've set it up, so we can actually demonstrate to the well drillers that are in the show, is we're going to demonstrate what we'll do is we'll pump the basin dry, which is just like pumping a well dry, and the system's going to shut the motor down because it's a motor protector, and that's one of the features it has built into it.
Yeah, you're going to want to make sure that you come by, as always is the case here at the Expo, the Franklin Electric booth. Again, it's 719. Going to be here all week, and a lot of neat stuff looks like you got here.
We're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great week. Franklin Electric, again, booth 719 here at the Groundwater Expo. Here in booth 1302, this is Proactive and Environmental Products. This is Megan and Farah. Good to see you guys. First of all, tell us a little bit about the company.
Proactive Environmental Products continues to engineer and manufacture the most innovative 12-volt groundwater pump systems, field supplies, and filters available for the last 25 years. We're known globally for our Monsoon, our 12-volt stainless steel pump system, for its simplicity and reliability. There's no need to take heavy gas generators out to the site anymore, or air compressors. If you're driving to a well, you just take the pump, hook it up to a 12-volt deep cycle battery, turn the dial, and you're sampling. So it's that simple.
As far as sample integrity is concerned also, we have one client who implemented our 12-volt sample champ pump, and primarily they wanted to just streamline their sampling process. But what they found out was that for the past 10 years, they were sampling and getting readings of 400 NTUs. Once they implemented our pump, they were getting readings of 2. So that's a huge difference.
So tell us, what is next for Proactive?
Well, Proactive, we have a lot of technology in the works. Stay tuned. Come by our booth at 1302. Check out what we have. The whole pump lineup is here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good week, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks. And sample like a champ. Don't forget.
Free beer.
Also, 1302, again, Proactive Environmental Products. Here on the floor of the 2015 Groundwater Expo, booth 757. That's where you'll find Mud Technology. David Bosser is with Mud Technology. Tell us about the piece of equipment we're standing in front of here, Dave.
Okay, thank you, David. This unit we're looking at here is a DCP 125. It's a 125 horsepower diesel engine which drives a 250 series centrifugal pump, mechanical seals, maximum impeller. It features a 70-gallon tank for operation for the entire day without having to stop and refuel.
Now you all have a couple of different kinds of pit pumps. Let's start with this one here. Talk to us about that one.
This pit pump over here is a new design that we're improving on constantly. It's a above ground pit pump. It comes with a tank where you don't have to actually dig a hole in the ground. This pit pump is freestanding. The fluid will come out of your drill hole, go into a tank, and be recycled without ever touching the ground.
Talk to us about the specifications of this right here.
Specifications of this particular unit are that it's capable of generating in excess of 160 psi. At little or no pressure, it can produce 700 gallons a minute. At maximum pressure, of 160 psi, 400 gallons a minute. It's a powerful pump. Driven with such a large motor, it's a great aid in moving the fluid out of your hole. The one we have over here is basically the same design, except that this actually goes into the pit in the ground.
So if you have questions, David and the folks here at Mud Technologies, they have the answers. Again, booth 757. Come by and see our friends here at Mud Technology. Here with Scott Staten of Franklin Electric. You guys always have such a fantastic booth and such a great opportunity for folks to come by, meet you, see you, and check out what you all are up to. Tell us what we're in front of right here and some of the new things going on at Franklin Electric.
Well, this is a new addition to our solar product line. We started out with solar a couple years ago. We've really advanced it this year. This is a new modular design. We're calling it the Photon. Okay. And it's basically an inverter. It's taking your DC current from your solar panel. It's going to convert it into AC current and run a motor. We do that with our current sub drives right now, and we've added to it with, like I said, with this Photon, and we have quick packs. So what that means, you're going to get a pump, motor, and the drive all in one package. Very competitive and very innovative product. It's modular now, it's repairable in the field, and it's a NEMA 4X enclosure, which means you get it out there in these remote areas where you don't have the grid power, and it needs to be protected. So this is the design we have. Actually at the show, if you come by our booth, you'll check it out. We're actually running this motor right here, which is actually a surface motor. Our first iteration of this, we're going to be running our submersible motors and pumps and having those as a package. But future occurrences of this, we're going to innovate a little bit more, and we'll be able to run a surface motor and have some different programming in it. Yeah. It's a very innovative product, and we're really excited about it.
Tell us, for you all at Franklin Electric, the Groundwater Expo, what is this an opportunity for you all to do?
It's really an opportunity for us to shine and show what we're doing in the market, show the market and the well drillers out there what we're doing and what we have available to them, and how we're leading the market with innovation. And just if you could take a look at our display, if you get to see our booth when it's ready, it's really stellar. Yeah. It's awesome.
It's stunning for sure. Scott, appreciate the time, and you're going to want to make sure at this year's Groundwater Expo, make it by booth 719 to see the good folks at Franklin Electric.
Thank you.